Hello, it is the 17th of February at 11:27 in the evening. I had my histo yesterday. It went great. I'm alive. I feel really good. I feel really zen, really happy. I'm really on a high spiritual plane right now. Really want to make this short because I've been filming kind of documentary style videos and I'm going to edit all into one into kind of like a little short documentary. So this is just to check in and say, hey, I'm alive. Thank you for all the love and support on Facebook. It meant so much to me. I literally got like over 100 messages, which for me that's a lot, whether they be text or on Facebook or even comments on YouTube. So that was so sweet of everyone. Thank you so much. Yesterday went great. Spent the night in the hospital. No complications with the surgery. They didn't take my appendix. Feeling really good. I'm home now. Been seeing friends and family. I'm in a really good place. So I will update you more later. I just want to check in and say, hey, I'm here, I'm good. I'm not feeling too bad. The pain's pretty good, pretty manageable. The gas stuff is happening. I'm bloated right now, but it's not as bad as I thought. I'm not feeling it up under my ribs or my shoulders like I had heard from some other dudes. But it kind of feels weird to be bloated. I'll show you the incisions. I have 4. The belly button one is definitely the most tender and most intense. I'm not sure how well you'll see this, but so the biggest one is in here, and I had dressing on it up until this morning. The doctor took it off. It's pretty sensitive, but then there's an incision here. And without giving you the whole show, like here and here, yeah, are the other incisions. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's actually nice because how the underwear goes. He put them down here. He placed them nicely, so when I wear board shorts to go surfing and skidboarding, it will cover the scars, the incisions. He was extremely sensitive to issues like that, and I wasn't even that worried. I'm like, I have 2 big double mastectomy scars, so I don't think anyone's going to know what these hysto scars are. But I appreciate the thought that went into that. Also, I didn't wake up with the catheter like I asked. That was really good for my dysphoria. Dysphoria in the hospital was not bad at all. I was worried about some issues, with urinary stuff and just things that got me anxious. It wasn't a problem. So despite all the problems I've had with my name and legal gender there, this hospital experience was fabulous. It was amazing. There was not one doctor or nurse or tech, anyone that was not cool and that did not treat me with the utmost just respect and dignity. And it was a beautiful thing, and it made for just really positive overall experience. The only thing that was really scary was I had a really severe seizure before I went in. They're putting the IV in, and I often faint when I give blood or get blood taken. And I told them this, but I've had 2 seizures before this, like an extreme vasovagal response. This was the 3rd time I've had like a seizure, and this was by far the most severe. The nurse was putting the IV in here, and I told her, I'm feeling kind of faint, so I might pass out. She said, fine. But then she said, like, my hand snapped back, ripped the IV out. She said I was seizing, and I was, in the bed shaking. I bit my tongue. My tongue is very sore still. She says my eyes went back in my head. I woke up covered in sweat, just drenched, and 4 people were holding me down, and I'm like, what's going on? I honestly thought that I'd had surgery and woke up because I was so disoriented. I just didn't know what was going on, and I remember waking up from top surgery not knowing that I already had it done. I was like, oh, are they putting me back yet? And they're like, oh, you're done, honey. So I was like, am I done? Because I felt really crappy, like when you come back from a seizure that intensely. But I think it was partly, there were several factors there. I think it was partly due to the fact that I had nothing to eat or drink since midnight the night before, and it was almost noon the next day. It was such a emotional, psychological, spiritual workup that whatever. And then C, it's just my normal vasovagal needle response. They're usually not that severe, but it was just all these things compounded together. So that was scary. The anesthesiologist actually was not sure if she felt comfortable proceeding with the surgery, which when she said that, I was heartbroken. I thought, oh my God, I've just gone through all this terrible seizure. I feel like hell on earth, and you're not going to do it. But she talked to Dr. Seibel, my doctor. They watched me for another half hour. They asked me if I had a history of seizures. I said no. It's only happened with intravenous stuff. Never a separate, isolated incident. They got the IV in this arm just fine. Took blood from it quite a few times. So I don't even know if it was that. Like, I really think I just felt so weak as they were taking all the blood for the pre-op. And right now my throat's a little scratchy. But other than that, I'm feeling really good. So the seizure was scary as hell. I still get kind of like, that was by far the worst part of surgery. The bladder spasms weren't terrible. They don't feel great, but they're just really uncomfortable. They're not painful. And it's just kind of tender around my belly button. But overall, I just have to make sure I don't get up too quickly, walk around too much. I have to give my body time to heal, which is really hard for me. Like, my friend Lex today, you know, I was only home for like 2 hours, and he's like, dude, you're not even halfway through day one of recovery, and you're already going nuts. I was like, oh my god. I've got to get on my creative projects because I was getting up too much. I was walking around. You should walk around some, but not like I was. I needed to sit, and it's hard for me to nap sometimes, so that can be difficult. I'm all over the place. I'm clearly on some painkillers, but I just wanted to check in, say I'm alive. It was a really awesome experience overall. It was just great. It couldn't have gone better. Well, if I hadn't had a seizure, it would have been a little better, but no, it was great. And yeah, I feel really good. Both my parents were there. They're both taking care of me. I'm at home. It's great. So I'm feeling good. Thank you for everyone who has ever helped me get to this place, whether it's just a phone call, a text, watching my videos, or just, you know, putting your positive energy out there for me. So I appreciate it. So hope you all are well. Take care. Peace.